So anyways, let's jump into it. So in case you guys don't know, this is called the Eurovision Song Contest. I think it happens every year, and different countries have different representations from each country. And this year, it was a singer from Switzerland named Nemo. Okay, so Nemo wins the Eurovision, and you can see that this man slash woman, I don't know what it is, but he's wearing a crown of thorns, right? So you guys already know this is going to be connected to the Rosicrucians, the rose in Jesus.
Oh, it's
What do you want to say to all of your fans?
I want to say thank you so much. I hope this contest can live up to its promise and continue to stand for peace and dignity for every person in this world.
I have to say, world peace. Definitely world peace.
That's easy.
World peace. World peace.
What is the one most important thing our society needs?
That would be harsher punishment for parole violators, Stan. And world peace.
Thank you, Gracie Lee.
And thank you, Stan.
Cheryl.
Okay. Crossroads, cross, the Rosicrucians, Jesus. And notice the cross. This was held in Sweden. So I'm going to talk about the cross. This is all going to be about crossroads, cross, the Rosicrucians, Jesus. Okay. Now, I mean, look at what this guy's wearing. Okay. So let's in case you guys probably don't know who this is, but so this guy, he won the Eurovision with his song "Decode." Okay, so this is the song that he was singing that won him the contest, and he won this on May 11th with 591 points, becoming the first non-binary performer to win. Okay, so this is So first of all, the country that he represents is the cross, right? And the stage that he's performing on is the cross. And in the middle is where he stands on this kind of satellite looking thing. And he's wearing a garment that looks like a rose. And he's also wearing a crown of thorns. Okay. I talked about, and again, this guy's birthday is August 3rd. So his last birthday was August 3rd, 2023. Okay. And from his last birthday to the day that he wins this, and again, he won this singing on a cross dressed with a crown of thorns and a rose color. Okay. So he's the rose in the middle of a cross, and he represents Jesus. Okay. Now look at this. From his last birthday to the day he won is 283 days. Okay, so he wins this 283 days after his birthday. 283 is the 61st prime number, okay? And in gematria, the word cross equals 61, the word Jesus equals 61, and his name that he goes by, Nemo, equals 61, okay? to his song that he won, right? Welcome to the show. Let everybody know I'm done playing the game. I'll break out of the chains. You better buckle up. I'll pour another cup. You know, like Jesus, cups, right? This is my boheme. Bohemi. I don't know how to say that. Bohemi, I think. So drink it up, my friend. This story is my truth. I went to hell and back to find myself on track. I broke the code like Ammonites. I just gave it some time. Now I found paradise. I broke the code. Let me tell you a tale about life, about the good and the bad. Better hold on tight, okay? Sorry, guys. I accidentally hit the button here. So I'm not going to read all these right now, but the point is that it's all about him breaking the code. Nemo breaks the code, and he went to hell and back to find himself, all right? And notice that he says somewhere between the O's and ones. And again, this goes back to the binary code. What code is he talking about, right? What code did Nemo break? Well, first let's talk about the Rosicrucian, the Rosy Cross, okay? I told you, Nemo wins the trophy standing in the middle of a cross, okay? And he's wearing the thorns of a rose, and he's wearing the colors of a rose, okay? So he's the rose. He's Jesus. He's the fifth part, okay? Jesus is the fifth element of the tetragrammaton, okay? This is how this works, guys. You have the tetragrammaton, which is a four-pointed cross, and you have the center point, which is the 5. Jesus is hung in the center, which is the rose in the center of the rosy cross. This is the 5th, okay? That is why the rose, and it's so obvious. But here's where it gets interesting, because the song that he won the Eurovision with is called Decode. And he became the first non-binary to win the Eurovision, okay? So I want you guys to put 2 and 2 together here. He's non-binary, and his song is called Decode. So you have the binary code. The binary code is all ones and zeros. But the main point of a binary code is that it's a 2-symbol system, okay? 2-symbol system, binary code, before I even knew that the lyrics in his song literally say somewhere between the zeros and ones. Let's bring this together, okay? Why is it important to talk about the 2 becoming the 1, okay? In this reality, you must rise above duality. You must rise above duality because there is no life in duality. It's always divided, okay? Unity in Jesus and God is the true pinnacle of the spiritual path, right? Now, in this song, he writes, let me tell you a tale about life, okay? About the good and the bad, okay? So here's your first reference to duality. As soon as you hear him say, okay? So basically, he's saying, I'm going to tell you a story about the good and the bad. So he's saying the duality of life. Life is duality, good and bad, okay? You better hold on tight. Who decides what's right, wrong, and what's right? So there you go. A second reference to duality, wrong and right, duality, okay? So good and bad is duality. Wrong and right is duality, okay? Not that there's not a right way, there is. I'm just saying what he's writing here. Everything is balance. Everything is light, okay? Now, what he means by this is everything is truly God's light. There is no darkness in God. In God's pure light, in Jesus, there is no darkness, okay? So, transition from Switzerland, right? The Swiss cross is also known as the federal cross. Okay? Federal. Well, federal equals 33, like eclipse, like the song that he won with, the code, 33. Okay? And again, 33 days after the eclipse, he's performing in the middle of a federal cross, and he's performing with an eclipse. And it's all connected to the 33 days after the eclipse. Okay? I don't know what he really is, but that's the way I see it. In between. So he's saying here, everything is light. Well, this goes back to Venus, who's known as the morning dies, or Eurovision winner Nemo. He's breaking the chains, guys. So again, in the song, he talks about breaking chains. Jesus is the chain breaker, right? God is the chain breaker, right? So he's breaking the trophy while he's holding the crown of thorns, okay? And Eurovision winner Nemo breaks the trophy minutes after being crowned, okay? Do you see this? So he's crowned the crown of thorns, and then he breaks the chains of death. Do you understand this? When Jesus dies, or supposedly dies, he overcomes death. He breaks the chains of death. That's why he's on the cross to begin with. Okay? You guys get it? If you flip the 9 upside down, you get 561. Okay? So 591 is how much he won with. If you flip this upside down, you get 561. Well, 561, let me show you. 561 is a special number because if you look it up, 561 is the 33rd triangular number. So essentially, if you flip his, he won with this many points, but if you flip it upside down, you get the 33rd triangular number. And again, his song called DeKode equals 33, right? So, and he had the eclipse at the end, which equals 33. And again, look at how eclipse has 69, right? You flip the 6 and the 9 upside down, the yin and the yang, right?
Portal was a disaster. That was Dublin showing a picture of 9/11 events to New York through the portal that was just installed. This portal was installed in both Dublin, Ireland and New York as a way of connecting. However, it went bad very quick within 24 hours. In the first 2 hours, a woman was apprehended at portal for grinding at the portal. Then almost everyone started raising a certain finger against the other country. Then Dublin showed picture of 9/11 to Americans. But Americans just want to show them a picture of a potato because of the Irish potato Great Famine. However, some people from both sides were able to stay civilized and exchange dance battles. A woman was seen proposing to a man from Dublin.